Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the Arrtx Simptap acrylic markers. I think I'm saying that right. I actually have no idea how to pronounce it, but I'm super excited to be reviewing these today. And as you guys know, I've been in the kick of reviewing acrylic markers, and I've honestly fallen in love with them. And thank you so much to the Arrtx team because they're literally so kind. I've gotten so many things from them so far to review, and I love them. It seems like they love me, so thank you so much for providing these to me for another video to make, and definitely expect to see more from them in the future. Now it's time to get into the actual unboxing and seeing the first impression of these markers, and wow, the packaging already is so colorful. And yes, you guys definitely did see it right. There are two different packages this time because I'm actually doing a giveaway. Stay tuned for a little bit later to see all the rules and stuff for that. The one I'm looking at the moment is the 48 count, and oh my gosh, immediately there's so many different colors to choose from. I did notice, which this is a little different from the other packs, the base is like this bluish color instead of like a white or a gray or something basic. It's like a dark violet-y color. I don't even really know exactly what color this is, but I also noticed that all of them are brush tip, which is really cool, and they all have this little pink sleeve at the bottom that says Arrtx on it. And they also have a little brush stroke line that shows you the color of the inside of the marker, and then they have a number at the top of the lid. One thing I've noticed about Arrtx products is that they don't normally have swatch cards, so that was the first thing I looked for, and I saw an instruction guide and a little thank you card, which I didn't see it at first, so I kind of pull it out later, but those are the two things besides the markers in the box. And I was trying to figure out a way if I can get the markers out, but the markers just stay in like this, so you don't see the base, but all the colors are on the lid, so you can see all the colors just from it being like this. I also noticed there's no divider at the bottom to keep all the markers in one spot, so you can just move them around. So there's like no organization to it, which is kind of nice in some ways, so you don't have to make sure it goes back in the exact same spot. But like I said, these are brush tip, which is my favorite because it's easy to color and stuff and to do fine details. And these are the type of markers that you need to activate. Now time to talk about the giveaway. What I'm giving away is the 36 pack of these markers, which we'll talk more about what these markers exactly are in a minute, but I want to go over the rules and how you enter this giveaway with you guys for a little bit. The giveaway winner will win the 36 pack of Simptap markers. The giveaway channel is not limited. Literally anybody can enter. There will only be one winner for this though. Here are the giveaway rules. The person needs to follow Arrtx's account. I'll put the YouTube account in the description and the Instagram account. If you don't have Instagram, just follow them on YouTube. You also need to be subscribed to me, of course. And the countries that they ship to are on the screen right now. And Arrtx is going to ship it to you. So I will not be shipping it to you, Arrtx will be shipping it to you directly from them. And the last rule is just to comment on this video, and then you just need to comment on this video why you want these markers and why you think you should win the giveaway. And I will pick somebody on April 1st to win the giveaway, and it will be randomly selected. Do not worry guys, it will totally not be biased at all. Now let's talk about what these markers are. The brush tip markers with acrylic marker paint inside. They have a valve action. This is the top end of the marker, and the valve controls the flow rate of the ink. It has high coverage and high adhesive. This is what it says, so we're going to see if that's actually true, and we're going to test that out by drawing on paper and on a sketchbook cover. But of course, before any of that, we have to swatch all of the colors, so I got out my scrap paper book, and I wrote down all of the numbers of the colors on the paper so that I would know which color goes where. And I put these numbers in order based on the back of the box. So it was time to start activating all of the markers individually. I have a love-hate relationship with this because it can be really satisfying, but it can also take up a lot of time, so let's just see how this one goes. Just say I did not expect that. Basically how you activate these markers is you click this button on the very top that releases ink into the marker tip, but I pressed it way too hard because on the instructions it says that after you shake the marker to press it down hard enough but not too hard or else it'll all come out, and I completely overestimated how softly you actually have to press it because it came out so fast so easily. Eventually I kind of got the hang of it, but you'll see throughout this whole trying these out, activating these markers process, pretty much 75% of the time I get it on my hand, maybe more, because I could just not get the hang of it for the first little bit. I was wondering if I was doing something wrong, but I think it's just really finicky and you just have to do it perfect. But I kind of started to get the hang of it. I don't know, it was definitely the worst part of this marker experience, I think, was activating these because I just could not figure it out, and I was getting ink everywhere and I was trying to get it off of my hand, but it was just so messy. So if you're the one that wins this giveaway, or if you buy these, definitely put your hand under the marker every time you swatch it so it doesn't get everywhere. No! You guys, I'm trying to get it off and it's not coming off. These are super pigmented, which I noticed, which was really good. It did affect me negatively in the last clip how it stained my desk mat, but it's okay. It's bound to get stained anyways, but these were super pigmented. Like, I didn't see any white of the paper showing through any of the colors on the first coat, which is actually crazy because most markers would show through. So that was a super good thing. Even though it's really annoying to get these activated, I really do love the ink in these. So I was just filming a whole section and I was playing music. So I have to redo it. Okay, pros and cons to these after finishing the swatch card, because I finished it off camera because it was taking a long time. Biggest pros is it's very messy. Like I said, very messy. The pros though is the pigmentation on this is crazy. Like, look, one layer is like so, like, gold and silver are like the coolest colors. I'm so grateful they gave me some, because in my other acrylic marker sets I don't have any gold and silver brush tip markers. Every time I say pigmentation in a video, you guys like, did you just say hyperpigmentation? I did not, but it does sound similar, and I love that memes. I took off all of these caps. You might be like supposed to keep them on the bottom, but I took them off. Oh, listen. Alright, I think my plan from here is once this dries 100%, I'm going to cut it out, put it in the box so that I can remember all the colors and to draw on sketchbook covers. So let's go ahead and get to that. Okay, originally I had music over this part. That's why the camera kind of goes in and out a lot. It was going to the beat, but of course the song was copyrighted and I had to take it off. So you're just gonna have to deal with this little voiceover instead of the music. Sorry. Alright guys, I decided to do one drawing on paper and one drawing on the sketchbook cover, so this was the reference I was using. I couldn't find the original creator, but this was her name on the screen, so I don't know if that helps you with anything. Credits to her. I got out my scrap sketchbook and I actually did the sketch off camera. Wait, no, I thought I did it on camera. The freak? Either way, I don't have the footage of it, so I guess we're just gonna go from here. I don't remember if I filmed it or not, but this drawing is definitely giving Stranger Things vibes. Max from Stranger Things. Trigger warning, by the way, if you're about to see this picture, but it's giving this, and I love that show. Anyways, I wanted to try different proportions and just a different position, so this is basically a girl just looking up, and it's like a camera from above, and of course I had to lighten the sketch and outline it with colored pencil, because I felt like every time I use acrylic markers I do that, it doesn't even show through, but I just like doing that better, I guess. But I wanted to do something like different like this, where there's more face room, because for acrylic markers you can't blend the colors, it's kind of more of a blocky style, so I wanted to do a sketch that would look good with that, so I made the face very big. Keep in mind, now versus the end of the drawing, now I use the colored pencil, which is very fine and thin, which is why it looks so detailed and really good. By the end of the drawing it'll be really chunky and not as fine and detailed. You just have to understand it's because of the acrylic markers, because of the tip I'm using, and because it's just more of a thicker base. But anyways, time to start coloring, and the first problem I noticed, because this I started coloring the day after I did the swatch card, and I noticed that the colors kind of changed. Like, let's say it was blue, the green would sink more to the bottom than the yellow, if that makes sense. So the color would kind of change, and I would try to shake it and I would try to swatch it, and it wasn't doing much. Like, you can kind of see I swatch the colors off camera a lot and I shake them a lot. I try to figure it out. It's just kind of weird how the colors like unmix almost. They almost separate. I get most of the colors to mix eventually, but that is one thing to be aware of, is the colors don't often stay together very well. But like I said before, they have a very good pigment, and honestly, if you get the colors mixed together, they can look really good. And I think this pack could come with more browns, but that's okay. I did notice the color of the actual marker versus the cap is very different. Okay, I found out the reason it does this is because the color is made up of multiple colors, so if it's not used for a long time, other colors will appear. So you just need to shake the marker a lot and wipe off the discolored ink, and the marker should return to normal. Sorry I didn't know that when I was filming the video, but I figured that out now. So I would definitely recommend doing a swatch card, so you can look at that to determine which colors you want to use instead of the caps, because the caps will definitely make you choose colors that aren't the same as what you're wanting, if that makes any sense. I don't really know how to explain it, but I hope that makes sense. At this point, I was going in and just drawing all the shadows, adding the dark spots, and like I said before, this is the type of thing that I don't blend, so it's supposed to be blocky, and it's just, I kind of love doing drawings like this because it's just less perfect and it's more like abstract, and I was just adding the dark shading. And the thing with acrylic markers is you have to layer, so you have to really trust the process, and if things aren't looking great, you kind of just have to wait until you outline everything at the end, because that's what really when everything comes together. And I added some lighter colors, of course, add some more highlights, and then I just went in with everything else. And now I'm going to let you guys listen to music for a little bit while you watch this. Okay, I cannot take that battle music serious any longer. I thought that was so funny. I don't know, I just didn't feel like talking for a minute, but These acrylic markers are going great on the paper. Like, they're literally going seamlessly on the paper, and I didn't have to do 2 coats of any of the colors. Like, I think I might have for the blue, actually, but I didn't need to. I just wanted to, and I'm so impressed by the pigmentation, and it's just, I love these markers so much, honestly. They didn't make the paper peel whatsoever. They layered on top of each other amazing, and they didn't take up the paint from underneath it. So, also, I've addressed this, but let's address it again. Everybody has been asking me for a tutorial. Guys, I will do a tutorial. I want to do a face tutorial, a body tutorial, and a coloring tutorial, but you need to give me time because everybody's been asking me, and I know I said I'd get it out faster than I have because obviously I haven't gotten a tutorial out yet, and it is my most requested video, so I will do it, I promise you. It's hard right now because I have such a busy schedule for brands, filming for things right now, and with school and everything, it's really hard to film in my extra time and edit everything, so I'm trying to get stuff out for brands right now that have a time limit on their stuff, and I also am not 100% sure on my style right now. I'm like still working on it, but I will get a tutorial out for you guys, I promise, but please just be patient with me. It is my style and my channel, so I get to choose when I put out a tutorial, and the fact that I'm going to do one in general is really nice because for a long time I didn't want to because I don't want people copying my art style, but I think it's good to get inspiration and for people to see how you do certain things. Like, if you do bodies the same way as me, that's not copying, it's just anatomy and stuff like that, which I actually do need to get better at bodies, but not the point. I just wanted to address that real quick because everybody always asks me, so that's to clear things up. The drawing's really coming together at this point. You can see all the details, and I kind of added a purple lip to make it more bold, and everything was just kind of coming together, and I'm really loving how the drawing looks. I was trying to add different colors for shading, and just adding everything all together, and then at the very end I was going to add a black detail just to, you know, put everything together, finish it all up, outline everything, like, so you can tell the difference between the head and the body, just to kind of detail the hair more. And I honestly love drawing curly hair. I feel like it's a lot more tedious and a lot more time consuming than doing like straight hair because you need to do a lot more texture, but I want to try to do curly hair more often and do like, this isn't going to be racist at all, some people are so sensitive, but just more like black person hair because they literally have the coolest hair, and white people hair is really boring. No offense to white people, I'm white and I have boring hair, but I love drawing different cultured hair and styles and whatnot, so I want to do that more because this is just so fun. Also, I feel like marker packs like this have more like good brown skin tones anyways, so it's easier to draw skin tones like that. But now that you can see everything's just coming together from the final outline, and I'm super happy with the drawing, honestly. I think it looks a little scary with the bright green eyes, but I mean, I think it's alright. Like, everybody has different colored eyes, and sometimes people with light eyes can look a little intimidating like that, but I think they're honestly really pretty in real life, so I'm kind of glad I chose green eyes. And yeah, that's the finished drawing pretty much, honestly. For this last little bit, I decided to cut out the drawing from the scrap paper. Obviously, that was the plan all along, but for the background, I wasn't exactly sure what to do, but I grabbed out my scrapbook paper, and we decided to make a little background collage. I outlined where the picture was going to go, so I didn't do more paper than I needed to because I want to keep as much as I can for scrapbooking pages and other sketchbook pages. But then I just got like some colors of paper that I thought looked good all together, and then I put it onto the paper, cut off the edges, obviously, and then I glued on the picture, and then I glued on my drawing in the center, and I honestly absolutely love how this looks. I think I'm for sure going to do more drawings like this, but I think it just matches the aesthetic of the drawing so well, like the messy, chunky type look. And then I signed it, added the date, and then put Arrtx on there just so I could remember this was for this video. And then of course I had to add stars. I'm so obsessed with stars. They're just like the perfect extra detail to add on everything, and it just completed the drawing. I am absolutely in love with this page, honestly. I know it looks a little freaky, the drawing, like it's a little scary, but I honestly kind of love how it turned out anyways. Now, as promised, I'm going to be drawing on the cover of the sketchbook. I have left the cover of the sketchbook blank for a little while, and I've decided it's time to customize it, and I'm honestly a little freaked out to use the acrylic markers on this page because it's not the type of thing you can just rip out of the sketchbook if you don't like it. It's legit the cover of the sketchbook, so there's a lot of pressure, but I'm excited to do it. The background's green, so it's a little bit hard to know exactly what to put on top of it, but I decided just to sketch out kind of me. Like, I don't really know. I kind of ended up making it look somewhat like me, and I just wanted to kind of see how these markers worked on other surfaces besides paper because we know that they work great on paper after that last clip. As you guys can see, the brown was going on great, but as soon as I started getting out the light colors, the same color thing was happening where the colors were kind of separating and they were not at all the same. That's the same color, the pink and the yellowy. Yeah, that's not the same thing, but it's from the same marker. So I was still trying to figure that out. But I don't know. know. So that's kind of where things started going wrong, was for the lighter colors, because the dark colors didn't really separate that much, but the lighter colors I was having a lot of trouble with. But I wanted to make this drawing white skin toned because I'd made all of the other ones with acrylic markers on my channel so far dark skin tones, and I wanted to make this one kind of look like me, but the colors were just like not doing it for me. Like, I also had to do multiple layers, but that's because of the green background of my sketchbook. I don't really know, like, I don't want to complain about these markers because they really are so great, but the fact that the color kept separating was making me a little bit frustrated. But this drawing was not looking good at all. Like, the markers were spreading into each other. I was just, I don't know, I had to cut the camera and fix it a little bit off camera because I just did not even know what to do at that point. But low-key, that was my problem, not the markers, because I was getting impatient and I wasn't letting them dry. Also, I never know where to start with acrylic marker because you can't see your sketch underneath like you can with alcohol markers. Like, you can't outline the drawing first, so it's always hard to see like where your lines were before. Like, if you draw the skin first, you can't really see the nose outline anymore, you know what I mean? I feel like I've talked too much about the negatives. These markers really are great. Like, the pigmentation's amazing, and they went onto the sketchbook cover really good. I was wondering if they would go on good or not, because this cover is really textured, which you would think would make it go on good, but it has kind of like almost like hair-like strands on it. It's kind of hard to explain, but it has a lot of texture, and it did get caught up in the paint a little bit, but not at all a problem. And this is an Arrtx sketchbook, by the way. I'll try to remember to link it in the description for you guys, but it's also in another video where I reviewed it. And then I was just adding the finishing outline because of course it just pulls everything together, and the highlights, and I honestly think this drawing came together. Like, I think it looks good. I think it's for sure not my best, but I think it's decent, and I feel like it actually looks like me a decent amount. Also, no, I'm not 14 years old. That's 14 as in it's the 14th sketchbook, but then I added some flowers, and I honestly think this is really cute. And then I added the year 2025. I also made sure that my hair looked long in this, and then I added Creative Kaylin 2025 on the side, just because I feel like I just wanted to remember what year this was, and on the cover it makes it nice and big so I can tell that it's the 14th sketchbook. Anyways, I think it turned out really cute, and let's recap this video. We unboxed the Arrtx 48 pack Simptap acrylic markers and the 36 pack acrylic markers, which is going up for a giveaway. All of the rules are back at this time, so go watch that if you want to enter. I started out by doing a swatch card. I had a lot of difficulty starting the markers without spilling it everywhere, but the markers have super high pigmentation and I love how they look. I did a paper drawing, which the markers struggled to stay together and they separated a little bit. They went so smoothly on paper and the drawing looked really good, and then I drew on my sketchbook cover and it stuck really good on there, and even though I had some trial and error, it turned out looking really good. I give these markers an overall 7 out of 10. I think they're really good and they're worth your money. Make sure to enter the giveaway, and I'll have all the links for these in the description. I also have a code for you guys to get money off, so go buy yourself some. All the links to the items I used are in the description. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Arrtx. See you guys in the next video. Bye!